I finally got around to drawing this monitor stand up. I've been needing one of these for a while for the office, but just never got around to it. So I went back to the shop and found a piece of walnut I dried a few months earlier. It was kind of quirky, but that's what I liked about it. I wasn't real sure if this thing would keep splitting. I didn't really want to use bow ties, so I sat there and thought, what can I do to make this thing not split apart? What I ended up doing was taking a picture of the board from the top, then putting that picture in Inkscape. Then I drew up a few hexagons and interlaced them in a pattern, then overlaid them on the log picture. Also added a couple squares for reference, that way I could align the CNC perfect at the start. At this point, only the cut paths remained, so I added those and let the CNC go to work. For the inlay, I had a few pieces of scrap white oak. Since these were going to be extra support to keep this board from splitting, I oriented the grain accordingly. I figured the grain horizontal across it would be the strongest. The next step was just to glue this thing up. Although it fit pretty good, there was one piece that didn't quite align right on one of the lines. I'm not really sure what happened there, but I got a bigger hammer and a bigger block, and then a bigger hammer and an even bigger block. This would prove to not be the best way to do it. Shocker.
Well, as sketchy as it gets.
So after a day of letting the glue dry, I finally got to reveal how much damage I did while beating on this thing. Most of it worked perfectly. There was one little section that knocked out a piece, so it wasn't going to be that hard to fix, so I thought. So here I am just kind of putting some pieces together and filling in the gaps. This right here is where it descended into sadness.
Oh, what? Mother trucker? Shit. The whole section is just gonna blow up. Great.
So after that section blew out, I got to go back in and find the pieces for it that had somehow sprung all over the shop from it. I just don't know how they traveled that far. One was like 10 feet away. And glue everything back together like it was. Although it wouldn't be noticeable, this was just not one of those steps you wanted to have to take. I'm just going to speed the video up here because you know what's going on. I'm simply fixing the mistake I created. Luckily, once I got done with this, it was invisible to the untrained eye, and maybe kind of invisible to the semi-trained eye. Did I just say invisible? You know what I mean. Here came the critical part of lining this up. At this point, there's no going back. If I mess up the leg or something, or cut this wrong, it's going to be wrong forever. I had this idea that I was going to use a 60-degree router bit to cut this on the CNC, but it just didn't work out like I thought. So in order to make this work, I just got out Becky, set the angle, and let the track saw make quick work out of it. Due to the angle these were going to be put together, I just went ahead and put some dowels on these. I mean, these aren't going to be holding 15 gold bars or anything, but that monitor is pretty heavy. So now all that was left was to glue these up. I really didn't think about how I was going to glue these up, so I see why people glue some cauls on here, because I absolutely made a spectacle out of this. I mean, you could have cued the Benny Hill music. This went on for like 10 minutes of me adding pieces, subtracting pieces, clamping, and this is what I ended up with. Even though this actually worked, it's not something I'll be giving a seminar about. On this glue up I got a lot better. I figured out something that worked, so I clamped an extra piece on there, and this allowed me to be able to generate the force I needed to clamp it together. But still not great.
You know when your parents would say, do as I say, not as I do? This is one of those clamp jobs.
At this point all that was left was to sand this thing down and cut the legs. I figured the legs wouldn't be too hard to cut. I clamped a piece vertically to the table saw fence and then just slid the leg across so that I made sure both legs were the exact same height. They also benefited from being at the exact angle they needed to be. There was zero room for error on this joint right here, because if I had to trim it back any before I'd glued it, it wouldn't have aligned. So having a few pieces here to fix was not a problem. There were still a few pinhole gaps around this thing, so I just took a little glue and filled those in. Then when I sand over it, that sawdust will fill it in. With everything done, it was time for the final sanding. I did 220 with the turbo here. Then went to 600 grit on the Milwaukee. I decided to go with boiled linseed oil on this. This wasn't something that was going to be taking a lot of abuse. The monitor was going to sit on it, and that was about it. There was no smoking gun on why I actually used it in this case. I just happened to have a couple things left over from the Rubo, so I thought this would be a good use for one of them. I knocked any high spots off with this sanding block, then put on the second coat. This thing wound up turning out really good. I'm glad I went with the double waterfall edge, and I'm glad I put those hexagons on there to kind of join that together rather than bow ties. I had a little concern on it that the angle of the legs would deflect a little bit once I put the weight of that 40-inch monitor on it, but there was zero deflection when I set it on there. I've been a little busy and haven't really been able to go in the shop much lately, but I'll get back in there eventually. So if you made it this far, as usual, like and subscribe.